This story is brought to you by tapeatale.com.
So I attended this event in late Jan this year, where a couple of my friends and I, photographers, we found this really beautiful red door that led to a storage room. And they sat me down in front of that door and asked me to start posing when this really tall person approached me and told me that I did well on stage. So I thanked him. I asked him his name but forgot it. And we spoke for maybe 10 seconds and then he left. A few days after that, he came up to me in my college and addressed me by my name. And we had small talk for a good 5 minutes and stuff. But this is really frustrating for me because I always complain about never meeting cute guys. But the second I do meet one, I don't remember his name. So as any sane person would, I went home that day, went on the Facebook event page, clicked on the list of people who checked going, and after quite a bit of scrolling, found the name that I was forgetting. I added him that day, we started talking, and we have not stopped talking since. I think this is universal for anyone who has attraction. Everyone has preferences, so mine is tall guys, or guys who play a musical instrument, or guys who are very, very intelligent in a field that I don't know anything about. And this guy was all three. So this very small part of my brain that is rational and practical said, Isha, okay, let's calm down, let's see what we can do. But a much larger part of my brain that is a hopeless romantic went ding, 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 ding. So I had to talk to him. I remember being almost annoyed at how cute I found him. In fact, I texted a friend of mine and I mentioned meeting him in the same way that I would mention a delayed local train, like, oh, I met a boy, yaar. So, we kept talking, and within the first few weeks of us talking, my phone always had this messenger bubble that is always there. You take all your screenshots, it's always there, and it was something that I couldn't really swipe away. This is a guy I couldn't really bring myself to swipe away. You see, the thing is, even if you kept all the good looks aside, all the intelligence aside, or any of that, what really made me so confused or so volatile about talking to him was how easy it was for him to make me laugh, because he didn't even have to try, and that really freaked me out. You see, people my age are very used to treating relationships like games of Jenga. Like, there are so many strategies, there are so many tactics. You know it's going to fall apart when you start playing, but you still play it anyway. But this didn't feel like that. It felt like a jigsaw puzzle. Like, as long as we were willing and able to put effort in it, we would solve it. After a few weeks of talking on Messenger, we got tired of it and started tiptoe around meeting. But we didn't want to steam too forward, so it was very half-handed, and it was like kind of excuses at just putting each other in close proximity without the intention of being in close proximity. So I told him about this event that was happening 10 minutes from his house, because it's convenient. After the event, we had something called Perfect Competition Chai, because it's sold for 6 rupees everywhere. And I remember watching him in that moment and thinking it was like some sort of rom-com movie. I was like, oh, this is the moment I realized something. And he dropped me home after that, 45 minutes out of his own way in a train, offered me his shoes, size 12s, when I complained about the rough roads, and hugged me a few seconds longer than I'm used to when he left. And I didn't really need any excuses after that, so I asked him to meet me at Juhu Beach before we'd end up going to karaoke. But as it turned out, we lost track of time in conversation, and I kind of told him I'd like to blow off karaoke and just sit there in the sand with him. So after around a good 5-6 hours of talking, there was a very long, silent, pregnant pause. And then he said, I don't want to mess anything up, but I think I really like you. And my first emotional response to that was, do you like me? But I didn't say that out loud. I didn't say that out loud. Out loud, I was very smooth. Out loud, we laughed about how the attraction played out, and we pretended it wasn't there. And out loud, he played me the Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge theme on a borrowed guitar from a friend that he called exactly at that moment, saying, come here right now with your guitar, until he had to drop me home eventually. And that's when I thought of the time when I'd forgotten his name, and how that had felt like I was holding this piece of time in my hands, this chunk of time, and how I would deal with this would end up making me so profoundly and stupidly happy a few months later. When you see important people come into your life, just be very careful with how you treat the time that you get to spend with them, whether it's very short or very long. When you realize that, you don't really need to fall in love at all. You just walk down the stairs into it. Thank you.